Okay, guys, welcome back to another episode of Xbox and Chill. We've got Mega and Max. What's happening, boys?
Hey, what's up, everyone? Good to be back.
I missed the dealer show, last weekend because of work, but feels like about 2 weeks since I've been on here, so it's good to be back, boys.
We're back with that.
You guys did an awesome
Cool.
show too, by the way. That show was good.
Yeah.
That was an awesome show.
Yeah, I struggled a little bit.
That was a great show.
That was
a
probably
bit
dealer.
worse for wear. Dealer carried us.
Ah,
And today we've got a guest. He's a podcasting pro. I've listened to a few of his shows. He knows his stuff about games. They've got a podcast, The Gaming Outsider. We've got Scott Clark from The Gaming Outsider. He's the main host. So how you going, Scott? Thanks for coming in.
Hey,
Thanks
Scotty.
for having me, guys. I'm really looking forward to chatting with you.
Yeah, man, it's going to be good. So yeah, like
Thanks
I
for
said,
coming on.
yeah.
your podcast.
Yeah, I'm real stoked. I've literally never talked to anybody in Australia before, so if you can't tell from my accent, I'm definitely American.
Yeah, what part of the States you from?
I'm in Illinois, not far from Chicago, probably about an hour 15 minutes from Chicago.
Oh yeah, we've
Yep.
had a few Chicago. Is
Yeah,
it
there's a
Chicago
few up
ones,
there, up the northeast.
on our show? Had Randall Thor, I think. Isn't Inferno?
Fox? Is Fox over there as well?
Fox?
Yeah,
and
Windy City.
Windy's, yeah, and
Windy
Yeah,
City.
Windy.
Windy. So
Yeah.
you're about like the fifth one, man.
Yeah, it's a popular area, apparently.
Yeah, and it's not
It's the
that windy.
podcast capital of states. Yeah. Is it windy over there, man?
Oh, we're working on that anyway.
For sure. Inferno is Boston, sorry, and Fox is in Florida. Sorry, guys. the chat's just started. Sonchu's just set us straight there. But that's all right, man.
Yeah.
As we say on this show, never let the truth get in the way of a good story. So that's our motto.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
it.
man.
Yeah, I think Moochie's from up there.
Pretty relaxed.
Mooch is a New Yorker, man.
Yeah.
He's in New York.
Yeah, New York, northeast. He's over there.
Yeah, it's all over that
And
side.
Timmy
What-
boy. Yeah.
Scott, so you've got you got a couple of podcasts. You got The Gaming Outsider, and is it the Hollywood Outsider or?
Hollywood Outsider, yes. That's
Yeah.
actually our much bigger podcast. We've been doing that one for about over 6 years.
Yeah.
Going strong, so.
So that's about movies, basically, obviously. So
Well, yeah, movies and TV. It's a little more irreverent than The Gaming Outsider. We cut loose a little bit more. We do a weekly topic that we call From the Outside In, and
Yeah.
we kind of do something that's movie or TV related. We talk about any movies we've seen, do some reviews, play some fun games, have a good, and it's just an all around good time. So.
nice. What did you think of
What else
the
has good
That
stuff?
sounds good.
first episode of Game of Thrones? Did you like it?
Oh yeah, we actually just on our last episode, we
Well,
ended
don't say
that
too much
episode
about
by,
it.
doing
Haven't seen it yet.
that first episode because we're huge Game of Thrones fans.
Yeah, I didn't mind it, man. I thought it was a good first episode. Got your hooks back on. So
Oh, definitely that opening scene. Holy cow!
yeah, for sure. And so with your podcast, like, are you sort of the main man? Are you sort of the main creator of them all, or was it a team you just sort of got together? How'd you
Well,
sort of
not
get
for the
going?
Hollywood Outsider. My Aaron and I co-created the Hollywood Outsider years ago. He's actually owned the rights to the name the Hollywood Outsider for like 15 years or something. He used to do a blog site doing reviews. And about 7 years ago, I actually kicked things off with podcasting by doing another video game podcast that failed. It was called the Official Bread Podcast. We did that for about 6 months to a year, and it just
Okay.
didn't take off or do anything. We stuck with the Hollywood Outsider. That one did well, and I'm such a fan of games and more of a fan of games than movies. The games actually branched.
Ooh, we might have lost Scotty there.
Ooh. Yeah, kind of just
Done
dropped
that
out a
for
little
about
bit.
2 years, and
Okay,
hear me?
Oh, sweet. Sounds good, man.
we just lost you there for a
Been
second.
doing that for
man.
about 2 years. All right, sorry about that. It's the internet in Chicago must suck today.
probably the internet in Australia, but I don't know. We've got the worst internet. Yeah, so that's cool. And okay, so yeah, well, definitely check out Scott's podcast. If you just you're on iTunes, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, just search.
Yes, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. You can even stream right from our website, thegamingoutsider.com. Same for the Hollywood Outsider, which is thehollywoodoutsider.com.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a good show, man. You have
Nice.
similar to our show. You have a guest on, or maybe we're similar to your show. We have a guest on every time we can, but
Almost every week.
But yeah,
And
so,
that's kind of become our shtick with the Gaming Outsider is when I started listening to podcasts, every time I would listen, I was like, man, I want to be on that show. I want to talk with these guys. So we just kind of made that a reality with ours. We just have a rotating chair once a week, and we invite anybody and everybody to come on and chat with us. So, and it's also helped us get some more exposure because people just naturally, post the show on their Facebook and Twitter and everything, and we get the word out because we don't really do that ever.
yeah, well, definitely. I mean, that's how
Yeah, awesome.
that's how I sort of got you on this show, because I think on Twitter we followed each other, and then you said, do you come on our show? And I think it was because it's on during the day. It's hard for me with work, but
you're just like 14 and a half hours ahead of me.
Yeah, and your show's right in the middle of the day on a Tuesday or something, I think. So, yeah, so anyway, but we got you on here, so that's good. And as far as
We'll
gaming
figure
goes,
something out. We'll do a bonus episode or something to have you on.
man, I've listened to your podcast, man. I might be a little bit out of my depth. You guys really know what you're talking about. I'm like, I love my video games, but yeah, I'm not the most knowledgeable sort of person, even though I'm doing a video podcast on them. But we're pretty laid back sort of podcast. But yeah, man, I just listen to you guys. You all like, yeah, you sort of, you guys just love gaming. Like I love gaming, but you can tell you guys live and breathe it, so. But yeah, I definitely would come on if I had the opportunity. So.
Oh, definitely. We'll figure something out. We'll get our schedules to align somehow in the future. Just keep in touch.
What could go wrong? So we get Mega on there.
Now that you've said it, everything.
Well, Maxi does a blog on. You do a pretty good blog, Maxi. I actually don't know if you actually just copy and paste it off someone's website or you do it yourself, but it's actually really
you've
good.
said that before, yeah. I got some guy in the other room that'll just, throw him a few dollars and he writes it for me.
Yeah. So
Just put your
That's
name
been
to
going
it.
for about a month. Yeah, just sign off my name to it and it's all good. It's my work.
And as far as games, yeah, that's it. So as far as the type of game you are, Scotty, you sort of play all platforms. I think do you play PC as well?
Very little. And it's not that I'm not like against PC, or I'm not going to call people PC master race. I'm not very knowledgeable about hardware, and I don't like to try to keep up with the big video cards and installing all this stuff. I'm just very simple when it comes to gaming. I want to just put my game in and play it, and not worry about settings and all that. So I'm more of a console gamer, but not real exclusive. I PS4, Xbox, Switch, a Wii U for a while. So got my Xbox 360 because I'm in a.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm all about consoles, man. I like to stay away from PCs. Just the whole upgrading system, trying all the settings and stuff, kind of like gets in the way of the fun factor of playing games. It's like you're too busy half the time. You're fixing settings.
I mean, it's unfortunate because games really do look better on
They do, yeah.
PC.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I reckon if I was a bit younger, so like I'm 38 now, fuck. But I reckon if I was younger, I'd probably be getting a PC. Yeah, because like I get 2 hours. Thanks, Max. Becca. I get like 2 hours a night.
I'm older, man.
There you go. I get like 2 hours a night to play video games. Like because after the kids go to bed and the missus, and then I can jump on and I'm up till midnight and I go to work tired. So I just don't have the time to stuff around with the PC. But if I was younger, I'd be getting into the PC because the games actually look better there. So, and there's games that we don't have on console. You look at PUBG right now. I mean, if I was a younger man,
It's massive.
I would be buying a PC just to play that game.
I've heard that before. Yeah.
So, what's that?
Hey, what? No, it was just a joke.
Oh, man.
Max said it's massive, and I said I'd heard that before.
Oh.
And I said, yeah, no, it's a good game. That's all. Hey, you're a baby. You're a baby stick because Daz is 42. I'm 40. Max is 55. How old are you, Scotty?
37.
55.
37.
27. 27. 27.
No, 37.
It's 37.
37.
And I'm the baby. I'm
There you
35.
go.
You old bastard.
So, yeah. Sorry, man. I said 55.
Yeah. 20 years off.
Too funny. Well, that's cool. So there's a little intro.
Deal some
I hope
cards,
everyone-
man. Let's deal some cards.
Okay, I'll just let me do my intro because I'm going to concentrate, man. So,
Come on, man. I think the Daz ones. He's like, come on, let's get the poker.
Dazzo, he's all about gameplay. He's a gameplay man. He's been coaching us in the chat there. He reckons that we're all talking at the same time, which so it's not good because, anyway.
I'll ragdoll him when I see him.
That's
Yeah.
it. But anyway, so there you go. That's Scott. He's our guest, and he's a good dude coming on the show. So we're happy to have him. We may as well keep this game off.
Good to have you here, man.
And thanks for
Check
getting
out his podcast.
Check
I'm
out his
honored to be here.
podcast. Yeah, and thanks for getting up so early, man. Too. That's really appreciate that.
Yeah, cheers.
It's Central
Sounds
Time.
good. Typical Saturday.
Morning glory and all. Yeah.
All right, I'm definitely going to lose that
sorry,
game
Phil.
off that. Oh, we lost Max. No, Max is back. Okay.
No, Max is back.
I'm
Okay,
here.
so before we may as well kick off. What have you guys been playing? What are you looking forward to? Any games? We may as well start with the
Start with
guest.
Scotty.
Put the guest on the spot. So,
That's it. Straight in the hot seat.
so Scott, you've been. You were talking earlier. You got the PSVR recently. Is that right?
I did. Well, it's not mine. I didn't purchase it. One of our listeners lives in town, and he actually let me borrow his PSVR. We traded up. I let him borrow my Switch. He let me borrow his PSVR.
Yeah.
So I've been having a lot of fun with that. I've been
What
playing. There's a game in there called Farpoint. Have you guys heard of that one?
Warpoint.
Yes.
Oh, Farpoint.
Put on
FAR.
shooter, is it?
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
I think I've heard of it before. Yeah.
I haven't. But is that like a shooter? Is that the shooter on the?
It is a shooter, and it's got a. And I'm sorry, what is going on here? I'm trying to learn how to play this game again.
So left trigger
This is where it
that
gets
shows you your
difficult.
cards. Left trigger. If you want to look at your cards, press left trigger. If you want to look at my cards, just get on the mixer stream.
Yeah.
I just tried
Did
not
I
to.
really get out? Am I out of the hand?
You might have folded. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Did you have aces?
No.
Oh.
Do you want me to tell you what I had?
Yep.
No, you can't give them away, man, because I might have one of your cards. Or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You've only got $1,000,
Yeah.
guys. So spend it wisely. Max had no money, so he couldn't enter the game. We had to
Yeah.
make it $1,000 buy-in. So
I had to give up one of my thumbs to get some money to play.
that's it.
Mega's always got the hat on. He's always got a drink.
Yeah, he never buys us a drink.
Yeah.
Nah, that's right.
Drinking a Corona?
Which
that'd
one's
be nice.
Scotty?
What
Actually,
that
I
is
can
actually,
tell
some
you.
sort of
Scotty's
beer.
got the Hawaiian
Looks
shirt
like.
on.
Yeah, I got the
that's me.
black Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, the black
Look at
one
dude,
there.
bro.
I got the pineapple.
Max is a pineapple, and yeah,
Yeah.
Max has got the full-on
The huge
shape.
Sticks got
undercut.
the yeah. You got the shade head in real life, Max?
No. My hair's not that long either.
Yeah.
I do have the facial hair though, so yeah. about we talk some games?
Yeah.
No, Max.
So, well, Scotty was telling us about
Yeah.
PSVR, and you guys just started talking about your hairstyles.
Yeah, sorry, Scotty.
It's a hairdresser. Yeah.
We could.
Yeah, so Farpoint, how's Farpoint going?
Yeah, I had Jack 5, so I actually folded a boat off of
Oh,
yeah,
no.
They couldn't figure
Damn,
out how to
man.
freaking check. Anyway, yeah, Farpoint. It is a shooter, but it's one that my buddy Chris, shout out to Chris Berensmeyer from my show. He has the actual gun attachment. It's like a move controller
Oh, yeah.
that
All right.
so you can actually point it towards the screen. It works really well, but the weird thing is that I'm so used to playing first-person shooters where the right stick allows you to look around, and this game doesn't allow you to do that. So you're basically limited to just going forward, backward, left, and right without able to look in what direction you're going with like a right stick. You can still point your gun wherever you want to, but I feel like the movement.
Okay, yeah.
It just feels a bit weird, does it? Like,
It does feel a bit weird. It takes
I've heard that.
some getting used to, but thankfully they rig it so that the enemies like never really attack you from behind, so you never really have to turn around. It just feels awkward. But
So, like,
outside of that, once you get used to the controls, what's that?
I was gonna say, like Time Crisis, where everything's sort of scripted, really scripted, is it? So everything just happens in front of you, and
It does happen in front of you, but it feels more like a horde mode or something, like in the you know what I mean, where like
Yeah.
it's more like just like an arena shooter, just waves of enemies are coming at you and you have to clear them out, but you just a full range of movement like you do in a. Looks really, it's one of the better SVR games. And it's fun. It just got repetitive really quick.
yeah.
How long is the game?
Ah, fair enough.
Does it have like a campaign or a single player mode, or is it just the horde mode?
That's all it is really, is a campaign. It's about 5 hours long. And there is a multiplayer component, but I have not played it online with anybody or found out if there's a way to actually play it quote unquote couch co-op or living room floor co-op, I guess would be a better word to say. It's pretty interesting. The one, if you haven't had a chance to play PSVR, the one to really check out is that Arkham VR, the Batman game.
Yeah.
It's about an hour long. Holy cow, that game is really interesting.
Yeah.
It's a really good use of the VR. When you're in the Batcave, it just makes it really cool. Free is interesting. You see a lot of familiar characters, and there's areas of the game where you're physically doing Batman things in terms of solving mysteries or solving cases, so to speak.
Okay.
And like you have to find these fragments of a bomb inside bodies and stuff, and then when they come out, you actually have to physically grab them in the environment and twist them around to get them to fit together so that you can read the word off of it and stuff. It's just super clever. It's a lot of fun and a lot of fun.
Do you know how like with the Kinect, it's all it's a little bit funny, like when you're trying to push the little button on the screen and it's like you're waving your hand around and you're like, come on, like get that button, you can't get it, and you got to be really slow and careful. Is it similar to like that on the PSVR? Like does it feel like it's the quality's not there, or is it actually running really well?
It runs pretty well, and I don't have really comparison with. I've not played like the Oculus Rift or the I don't remember the name of the other one right now. I haven't played anything else but PSVR, and it's a little janky. It's not terrible by any means.
Yeah, okay.
But you got to remember, there's also only the PSVR helmet only has cameras on the front, so if like you turn around backwards, it loses signal. But
yeah.
It works a lot better than the Kinect, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Because that's the thing. I just, I don't know, like it just feels to me like it. I probably wouldn't, even if I had a PlayStation, I wouldn't have spent the money on PSVR. I know you didn't buy it, but it just seems like it's a little bit half-assed to me. You know, I'm not
Well,
hating on it,
it's
but
supposed to be the weakest of the three in terms of quality. Again, I can't
But
speak
it's-
from experience because I have not played the other two, but
yeah, it's not that cheap either. It's not like it's super cheap.
Is it
So
still 500 in Australia?
yeah,
it's
it
down to
drop in price
400
at all?
here.
so that's expensive.
Yeah,
To-
it's probably still around 500 here for Aussies.
yeah,
Yeah,
But
I
I
think
can't
I've seen
wait.
it
It's
at
an expensive
$4.99
bit
at
of
EB
kit.
Games.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to get into VR. I'm gonna really. It'll only be 1 or 2 games that I'll that will get me hooked on that. You know, like you get the right game, and I think VR would be really cool. Even if you just jump on for an hour or half an hour, or, you know, just to have a bit of a escapism. It's so immersive. There's nothing more immersive.
Yeah.
I've been on a roller coaster with VR, and that was so cool. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
you know, and yeah, it's going to be good. I can't wait for the next few years with VR, just when it, you know, becomes wireless, inside-out tracking and all that sort of stuff, where there's no cameras on the wall. You just put it on your head, and you know, wireless and all this sort of stuff.
It's a lot of fun to watch other people experience it for the first time. I had some friends over last night to check it out, and
Yeah.
I just wanted to see how they did it. And there's a game on there called Job Simulator, which is more or
Yeah, I've
less
seen
a
that one.
glorified
Yeah.
by that pot with a 5.
What was that? I missed that hand.
It's a glorified tech demo.
Yeah.
It has you like in an office cubicle just doing office-y things, and it's very humorous, and it's a lot of fun, and it was fun to watch people that don't play video games
Yeah.
and just experience it.
Play it. Yeah.
That's kind of like my favorite thing with VR is just watching other people.
Oh, for sure. Because if they
Their
don't
reactions
play, if they
and
don't
stuff,
play video
yeah.
games, they would be blown away just by the graphics alone. And then to have it stuck on their
definitely.
head, you know, and they're like, "Wow, this is cool." Yeah, I reckon VR definitely will appeal to a wider audience. Like people say, it's very niche, but when it's done properly and done well, and it's got good games, I think it's already advertised on mainstream television over here. Samsung have got ads on TV. I think they're trying to push it on the mainstream. You know, where you know those phone gamers, if you want to say, you know, the phone gamers. You know, they just like cool things. You look at that Mario game, that was it Mario or Pokemon? Sorry, that Pokemon game. Everyone at my work was playing that game. I know that's augmented reality, but people just sort of like stuff like that. I reckon, you know. So I'd be interested to see. Everyone says it's dead. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, I know Mega's a little bit against. Oh, not against it, but he sort of thinks it's like 3D TVs. It's going to die. It's a fad, but it's a fad that's not going away. You know, it's still there. It's been around for a while, and it still keeps getting developed on. And once the games come, imagine playing Forza 7
What,
with
VR or 3D?
VR. 3D's dead. Like, imagine playing Forza 7 or a racing game with a headset on. I would absolutely love that, man. Forget about your whole
But there's
three
a couple
screen
things that
setup.
are going to be
great.
key. I think there's a couple things that's going to be key to get VR to take off. Number one, it's going to be interesting to see what Facebook does since they own Oculus now.
Yep.
That integration. And number two, there's got to be a killer app that is easily accessible to people. If you go back and look at the original Wii that Nintendo put together, the reason that console was so successful is because they picked it up very easily and play. They knew how to bowl, they knew how to play tennis, and you just do those.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Everybody could do it.
Yep.
yeah, it's got to catch.
On a VR headset that anybody can already know what to do.
Yeah, for sure. Just chuck it on your head. It's set up. You focus it, and that's it.
Instinctual. You just know what
Yeah.
to do. No one has to tell you how to control the game or anything.
Yeah.
And then price as well. Again, to use the Wii reference again, that thing was $250 when it first sold. You know, and you couldn't find one on the shelf. I stood in line for like 5 hours to get mine back when I had it.
Yeah.
people aren't
They're also
especially
popular
for the high
everywhere.
quality ones like the Oculus and the Vive. Not only do you have to pay like $700-800 for the hardware, but you also have to have a PC that runs it.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. So
Nice,
like,
it's a killer app.
yeah, and yeah, and even compatibility. Like, well, is there a headset coming out? Oh, I've seen something the other day where you don't even need a console or a PC. It's basically it's a standalone unit. I mean, that's probably where VR will take off, when there's just a standalone unit. I don't know if that's what you're actually just saying. Sorry if you were, but yeah, a standalone unit by itself. It's not even and it just has the games, that you buy or download or whatever. So or
We got
if you
those
look
headsets as well now with the phones that you just put into them.
That's right.
You just clip your phone into them. What are they? I think Google's got one. Is that called the Daydream? Can't remember what that's called.
And phones have got they've got GPS tracking. They've got levels. So they got you can tilt your phone. It will tell you exactly what degree it's on. So the phone can actually track its own movement and know exactly where you are if you're moving around your house or if you're moving around your room. So yeah, phones could be the way to go too. Anyway, I don't know how we got into VR for so long. So we normally cop heaps of hate in the chat when we talk about VR. Speaking of the chat, I just want to give a quick shout out to Siberia and Chris Hughes. Those guys are still donating to our Patreon. So we've still got that going. We're going to have a giveaway once we reach a certain amount of money. Once we get up to $50, we're going to match it dollar for dollar.
Nice.
And we're going to give away a game. So
Nice.
thanks to Cyber and Chris Hughes for continuing to donate every month for that. So anyone else wants to donate, let us know. I used to have it in the chat, in the description. I think I took it out but I probably should put that back in. But yeah, thanks guys, and thanks to everyone in the chat who's dropped in. I noticed a couple of guys saying they're having trouble with the mixer on the phone. If you just set it to audio only, it doesn't. You won't have any issues with the audio and stuff. It won't drop out. Okay, so what games have you been playing? What about you, Max? You been up to anything in particular?
I've been playing
Destiny?
some Halo 5. Yeah, we'll get to Destiny. Yeah, so
Nice.
got stuck into the Destiny 2 beta today, but apart from that, I've been playing Halo 5 and I kicked off that Little Nightmares, that indie game. I don't know if you guys have played it.
Oh, how's that, man?
That's a really good game.
I haven't played it.
Yeah, it's a really good game. Yeah, that's been good. And then I got back to Watch Dogs 2 as well. So I've been putting a little bit of time into that the last 4 or 5 days. I'm starting to get into that a little bit more than I originally did. So yeah,
that's with the hacker,
isn't it? Game, actually. Yeah, that's cool. Right. Set in San Francisco as well. So I've been enjoying that game actually.
Oh, yeah.
The more I play it, the more I like it. Put it that way. And then I'll probably be posting some impressions of it on my blog as well. So yeah, I'm enjoying that game, but I got to still finish off Little Nightmares as well.
Didn't Watch Dogs? They got a fair bit of criticism, didn't it? From people. I seen a saying that it wasn't that accurate. That hackers don't act like this and all this stuff. I don't know. I haven't played the game, but yeah. So you're saying
it's not realistic at all.
Nah, it's not supposed to be.
A lot of that's right. And the first game got a lot of hate because of the downgraded graphics as well. So, from E3 to the actual release game, it didn't look quite the same. But I enjoyed the first game. A lot of people hated it, but I had fun with it. And the second one's different. But they've taken it in a bit of a different direction. That's not as serious. But it's good. It's good. I'm liking it so far. I don't love it, but it's fun. So as long as it's fun, I'll keep playing it. I'll definitely finish it as well. So yeah.
Sweet.
What about you, Mega?
A bit of Infinite Warfare, Alien Isolation. Finally got that to work again.
Yeah.
I don't know, for months I couldn't get past the title screen. For some reason it just wouldn't load and had to back out. Yeah, I tried all sorts. I installed it a couple of times. Anyway, it
That's
got
weird.
working, so that was good. And yeah, that and
Such a
Halo
good
4
game, by
on the
the way.
Master Chief Collection. Yeah, that was Halo 4 and the Master Chief doesn't load for me for some reason, and I'm stuck like halfway through the
that's a-
campaign, so I don't want to restart.
Xbox issue there, man.
Yeah,
It sounds
I don't
like
know,
it.
man. Well, Alien.
a couple of
I've got
games
Alien
with the
going,
same
I've got-
problem.
Yeah. Your
Yeah,
Xbox.
I don't want
stuff.
to. Yeah. I don't know. Well, I installed it again, Alien, and it finally worked. So that was on that
Yeah.
game. That was good. It's so hard, man. Like I'm stuck on this section where I just can't leave this room because the alien's outside, and it's just he's just wandering
Yeah.
around, and you can't kill it. So it's like, where do I go? And
If that's not a
Yeah, just
VR
nails me.
game, I don't know what is, man. That'd be so cool in VR. Just back. I'm not going.
yeah, I
back
mean,
there.
With some headphones on.
I'd shit
Yeah.
I'd shit myself. Yeah, it would,
You
I
would.
probably half an hour of setting up all the cables. I probably wouldn't be bothered. So yeah, no,
VR,
but it's good.
good for VR.
I'd play that in VR. Future VR. Yeah, I'd play that in VR. But yeah, that was scary as hell. That game.
Those cyborgs,
And
man.
Destiny.
They
Played Destiny
scare.
too, man. Oh, the androids. Yeah, the androids. Are
androids.
tough, man.
Oh yeah.
They remind me of the androids out of the Aliens, like Alien series. Just like, just creepy. So,
The Alien series. Well, that's the Alien. It is an Alien game, so it's based on the movies.
True.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bishop. I was trying to think of his name.
Yeah,
Bishop,
Bishop.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, Bishop. Yeah, but yeah, man, that's scary as hell, man. That game. I'm playing it on hard too, so it is a bit harder than normal. But yeah, and played
That's gonna
Destiny.
take you a
played
while.
the beta. Yeah, man. Have you finished it, Max? Have you finished that Alien game?
Yeah, I did. I finished it. I thought it was a bit
Did you?
long in parts. Like they stretched it out for maybe a few hours too long with the backtracking that you had to do
20
all the
hours
time.
long.
20, is it?
20, is it? Wow.
Yeah, it's probably almost 20. Yeah, 18
that-
or 20 probably. Yeah.
If you've read all
Probably
the stuff
depending on
on
the
them,
difficulty as well.
if you've read all the stuff on the monitors and that,
Yeah,
it'll
I
probably
sort
take
of. I
longer.
read. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
a
well,
little
see,
bit
when I
long in
play, whenever-
sections, but it's awesome.
Yeah. Well, whenever I play a game
is
and
awesome.
people say it's got like a 10-hour campaign, it usually takes me about 3 times as long. So it'll take me about 60 hours to beat that game. I'm just one of those guys who are just super careful. I just like sneak forward. If I watched a playthrough, they'll probably run through that section in like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
So-
I was watching the other night and you were sneaking around. But that's the whole game, man. It's
Yeah,
about
man.
sneaking around, so it's
Yeah.
like you're doing anything right. It makes you
The
sneak around.
atmosphere-
Her breathing,
You're
like,
so weak.
she
yeah.
breathes really like she's like always on edge, and the sound in that game is
Oh, I know,
amazing.
and the sound effects, crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the sound
I know,
is
it's
really good.
And the
Yeah,
setting, they just nailed it all. So much
People
like the
underestimate
Yeah.
how much sound makes a difference to a game. Like it's one of those things you don't really notice, but sound really does.
I was playing it with headphones on
Yeah.
at night.
Yeah,
Awesome experience.
that's what I was doing. Yeah,
Well,
I know.
Yeah.
Is that getting enhanced on the X? You reckon?
Nah, I don't.
Getting
Oh, I
enhanced?
haven't heard.
It's a bit old now.
That over...
Like it's at least a couple of years old.
Yeah.
Maybe it will. I mean, if they put that in 4K with the assets and the textures, that'll look even more amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It already looks great.
Yeah, it looks great.
Get to
'cause
play it
it's
again,
dark.
boys.
Yeah.
Well, I used to have speakers in my roof when I played that game at my old house because of the shape of the room. I had to have the speakers up
yeah.
in my roof, and it used to sound like the alien was running around on inside my roof when he was running around
Oh,
above
that's
you.
awesome. That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so that, and like I said, the Destiny, I checked out the Destiny today, and it wasn't too bad. That was all right.
it's Destiny 1.
I played the multiplayer, obviously, and
Mate, if I
Yeah.
put 3 years into that game and that was the number 2, I'd be like, why don't you just let me bring my character with me? Because it's exactly the same game. So, why do I have to start again? And I just noticed at the start, man, like there was no, like, they had that area. What's it called? The area, Max. That you
Tower.
the tower. They had the tower all in ruins there to sort of link it to the old Destiny, but that was it, man. I thought that was pretty lame.
the
Yeah,
whole
it's-
thing got destroyed. So that's why that was their excuse for not taking your stuff with you. So, but that was it. I mean, I don't know. Like, would you want all your stuff to go over? I reckon the whole
Man,
excitement of those sort of games is to start again and build back up with different stuff. I reckon
possibly.
taking your old stuff with you is no point. You know, like you're gonna want to have all the new stuff. So you may as well strip it all back and start again.
Well, Scott, you weren't
I reckon.
a big Destiny fan, were you? I've been listening to your podcast. So.
Wasn't I played the beta for the original one,
Yeah.
and it just didn't grab me, and I just never got into it. And the thing is with multiplayer games, I love to play multiplayer games, especially when it's co-op. But with my time and my schedule works, it's always hard to coordinate with people to play regularly, and I don't like to play games like that by myself. So
Yeah.
yeah, I kind
Exactly.
of missed the boat on that one.
I missed the boat too, yeah. I didn't buy the game straight away, and then all of a sudden everyone was playing it, and I said, and I joined their party, and I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna buy that game now. I've missed the boat, you know. But I have got it, and I played with Max.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the interface they use. Like it just feels like a game that's better played on PC. Like when you go to switch weapons and everything.
Yeah, it's got the mouse.
It's very intuitive.
It's actually pretty good once you get used to it on the console.
Is
I think
it?
they won
Okay.
a bunch of awards for their UI as well. I was pretty skeptical of it before I got into the game.
It just feels
After having spent many hundreds of hours in that game,
it feels
the UI
unnecessary,
is-
but man, because on
pretty good.
But on the controller, man, you press left and the box moves left. Like, why do I need to direct a little dot around the screen? Why can't I
There's
just
that much
push?
shit in the game, man.
Yeah, but you can just push up, down, left,
It
right.
makes it
yeah,
much
and-
quicker.
You reckon? Okay. I haven't got
But when
that
you're
far
trying to
into
change
it.
things, like when you're trying to change things mid-game or just before like a PvP match, it makes it a lot quicker.
Yeah, okay. Because I haven't
There's
got
even
that
apps
much
on
gear.
the phone that let you do it even quicker.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what concerns me about
Yeah.
PUBG, man. I wonder how they're going to go with that without the mouse. Because I know if you watch anyone stream PUBG, when they change their guns and their equipment and all that sort of stuff, they're that quick at it with the mouse. They do it on the fly almost. And I can't see you doing that with the control. But everyone's going to have the same disadvantage, I suppose. So,
Yeah, that's true. Point.
well, there you go.
Yeah, it's like any sort of game that has crossplay. So yeah.
It's going to have crossplay, is it?
I think so. I think it probably would. Yeah, I think it
Jeez,
probably would. You would imagine
that'd
so.
absolutely murder you. On that game, it's all long-range
Would have a
sniping.
huge player base though.
Yeah, what's that, Max?
It'd have a huge player base between Xbox and PC. I mean, the PC already has a
Yeah.
massive player base. So it wouldn't take much to get a game.
Maybe they'll monitor it and see.
that?
Yeah.
When's that getting released?
Isn't it? I don't
Is
think
that
it's
at the
got a
end of the
release
year on the
date.
Xbox?
Whatever it is, they need to make it an exclusive.
Should be. Yeah.
They need to buy that game. They need to spend like $10
On
million.
board for that when that comes to Xbox.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah.
It's
Great. They
insane
could have
how
a really
many
good
people
community
play that
around it too.
what was that, Scotty?
Sorry, what was that, Scotty?
It's insane how many people are playing that game. It's like the most streamed game on Twitch right now. It's just nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
It's almost like
Yeah.
it's taken over
Quite
Counter-Strike
popular.
or something, is it?
It's just got that X factor, man. That's what it is. You don't even know what it is. It's just it's got that X factor. People like it. Everyone who sees it wants to play it. It's like the I don't know. It's weird. It's like 5 million sales now on PC in like 4 months or 5 months or something. It's crazy. And I don't know. I've watched a fair
huge.
bit of it, and it's like it's just a game, man. It's just you run around, and the map gets smaller and smaller, and it's a sort of bit of intensity about it for that regard. There's nothing really special about it,
Yeah, yeah.
but people just love it, you know. So it's taken the world by storm, really. So
I can't wait to play it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
definitely
and-
give it a go myself. Oh, yeah.
And there's
Looks
other
pretty
games, other games now talking about because what was it? Wildlands now has got a PvP 4-on-4, And I was looking in the comments, and a lot of people were saying, "Why don't you do a battle royale for that game?" And one of the guys actually wrote back and said, "We're looking into it." So, like, other games are starting to, they're going to start doing a bit of a copycat with that sort of thing. And I mean, they got the sand pit. All they got to do is add the game. But like a game like Wildlands, they could easily do that sort of gameplay in that and put it in that game. I don't know how they'll do it with that many people, 100 people, but maybe they can. I'm not a developer, but yeah, it's interesting how it's definitely going to be copycats. So,
Oh, it'll start off some sort of popular game mode or something. So yeah.
Yep. Actually, Scotty, what other games you been playing, man? I think I cut you off. I'm just thinking back now. We got into PSVR and then we cut you off. Were you been playing anything else or?
Oh, I can't remember which one of you mentioned it, but I wanted to kind of touch a little bit more on Little Nightmares, which I've been also playing.
Yeah, it was Max.
If you haven't checked this out, what's that? Was it Max?
Yeah, Max. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that game is really interesting. I was a big fan of Limbo and Inside, and this game feels kind of like that, but it's
love those games.
It's atmospheric in like a completely different way, and it adds like a little bit more depth to it in terms of the mechanics. Because Inside and Limbo were both just straight like 2D, like left to right, and this one does left to right, but it also allows you to go forward and backwards a little bit into the environment, which adds a little bit to the gameplay, and the atmosphere in this thing is. They were in both Inside and Limbo as well, but this is more of a dark, gothic, creepy. There's just crazy characters coming around that just feels dirty and scummy.
Yeah,
very interesting.
Very
I don't really know what's going on with the story.
Yeah, it's gritty. Yeah. And that's been really good as well.
And a game I do want to talk about. It's an older game. It's a couple years old by now, but I picked up Rogue Legacy on Xbox, and I am in love with that game. Like insanely in love. You played Rogue Legacy at all?
Rogue Legacy.
I haven't. Is that on?
Oh my
I haven't
gosh!
heard of it before.
What's it about?
It's imagine if you had like a Castlevania type game where you're going from room to room, but each time you play it, the castle is completely randomly generated. It's a roguelike. So you go into the castle and you basically as far as you can to kill these bosses. But the idea is that you're never going to on the first run. But so you just basically get as far as you can until you die. Once you die, you come back as one of your heirs. It's called rogue. Your heirs has different heirs. So next heir may be they have a higher hit points, have a higher attack. He may be quicker. He may be a smaller character. So not only is the castle different every single time, but character's movement and attack power and everything is also randomly different every time. So you go through the castle, get as far as you can, collecting as much gold. Once you die, you go back to your power-ups. The next time you enter the castle, you're that much more powerful.
Gotcha.
It is just immensely satisfying because you just get further and further and further time. Never the same game twice.
I haven't heard of that game at all.
Absolute blast. I picked it up on an Xbox sale for
Sounds good.
$. It's a $15 game, but if you can find it on sale, it is the best $3 I've spent by far.
Nice, man.
Nice.
It's on the store, isn't it? It's on
It's on
digital
Xbox
store.
Live, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool. Rogue Legacy.
Have to search it up. Yeah.
Have to check it out. Yeah.
If you like,
Another one
it's
for the
like a
backlog.
good mix of Castlevania and Mega Man. The controls are really tight. And if you try it and you start it out and you get frustrated, don't get frustrated because dying is part of that game. And the cool
Yeah.
thing is that you don't get
Oh yeah.
collected. You get to keep it, and your character just gets stronger and stronger as you go. So, if you're dying a lot, that's okay.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
next time you'll do better.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, nice. What's the achievements like in that game? Are the achievements? I always like to keep it on achievements and stuff. Are they easy to get in that game, or are they because like those randomly sort of games? Are they you got to do certain
You can
things
get probably
out
about
of the ordinary?
300 or 400 for just completing the game, but there are some challenges ones that I haven't got all of them by any means. There are some
Yeah.
really difficult ones. Just an example, the hardest one in the game is to get through the game only dying 15 times or less.
Whoa.
Ooh. That's-
Okay.
I
That'll be
93
tough.
times. So
You almost
that does sound
that's
like
really
a tough game.
difficult.
Yeah.
And then there are 4 mini bosses, and after you beat each mini boss, you can go back and fight the mini boss again, but they're much harder, and they have a specific set of stats, and they're
Oh yeah.
like bullet hell shooter style difficulty. And I've only managed to beat one of them, but it was super satisfying when I finally did it. Again, that's completely optional. So
Yeah, yeah.
highly recommend it. That would have been in my top 3 games of the year.
I just folded accidentally. Sorry,
No.
I wasn't swearing at you, Scott.
That's all right.
No, well, that's man. I love hearing about games like that you sort of unknown games, and then hearing someone talk about it and say it's really good because I'll buy it. Because so if it's not good, I'll blame you, Scott. But yeah, it sounds alright. So and
If you pick it up, let me know what you think about it, because I've been trying to get a lot of people to play that game. I thought it was really great.
yeah, definitely, man. I like those. Just the little games that, what's the other one I play? Geometry Wars Evolved or whatever, It's just a good game just to chill out
I
with.
remember that one.
It's hard but just to sort of sit back and chill and, it's not, you don't have to think too much, but it's hard. It's like test your skills as well. So,
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah, I
how it
love
was
those
with Binding of Isaac. Did you guys play Binding of Isaac?
no.
No.
That's another roguelike. I don't know if you guys played Zelda, but it plays a little bit like the original Zelda, but obviously with look better and controls better.
Yeah.
But again, randomly generated dungeons, and you just try to get as far as you can, and there's something like 150 or 200 different kinds of items that do different effects while you play it, and it's just so much fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
What happened? Awesome. Oh wow, nice straight there.
Yeah. Thanks,
Nice.
man. It's,
Shout out to Red October too, man. He's he's a part of our Forza. We've got a Forza race that we do. Everyone tries to put in their best lap time on a certain track, and
okay.
we do it every week. We pick a new track, and on Forza 6, and Red's in the chat. So I don't think he's caught a live stream before. Must be good timing for him or something today. So shout out to you, Red. Thanks for dropping by.
cheers, ready?
I'm
Yeah.
awful at Forza.
Yeah, what was that? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not that good at it myself. He said he's horrible at Forza.
Yeah. Oh, it's like any game, man.
I'm the same, man. I'm not a
Perfect.
big racing fan.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
It is a good game.
That's what I've been playing this week because I've been doing the challenge, and it's just sort of with the racing games, it can get a bit repetitive, like you just got different variations of corners, and and how you handle those corners differently in different cars and all that sort of stuff. So you suppose you've got to be a bit of a car nut, but I'm not. I'm not a massive car nut. I love driving cars, but I'm not into cars, like I wasn't the guy drawing pictures of Ferraris and shit on a pencil case at school. But
Yeah.
remember that kid? He used to always just draw cars.
Yeah.
But
Do they still have pencil cases these days?
I don't know, yeah, it's got laptops.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
It's got 6 Pros. But yeah. I can
Speed of that game.
I just like chilling out and just playing racing games. Like it just feels like, I don't know. It's just this weird thing that it's just like an addictive thing. I don't know. I just can't explain it. But yeah, I don't mind them. I don't mind the racing games.
I love the pace of that game.
I used to love snowboarders and what was the other game? Wipeout on the PlayStation years ago.
Oh yeah.
You know, I've always really liked those sort of games where just trying to master a certain course and repeating it and doing it again and again. So yeah.
They re-released that on
I remember
PlayStation,
back on the.
didn't they?
Oh,
I think they're re-releasing it, or they're going to, or
yeah,
They
they're
maybe they
re-releasing
have.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Wipeout.
I don't think they have yet.
Yeah, I think it's already out, isn't it? I think it's
Is it?
out already.
It's out.
Okay.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it?
cool.
Yeah, I've seen people throw up plenty of PS4 share sort of clips and stuff. So
Is that just one game, or is it like three of
I think
them?
it's-
'Cause I
yeah,
think
I
they
think
released
it's-
three.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's like the whole lot of them.
It was
Well, what-
Wipeout and then Wipeout 2097 and all these sequels.
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's the
Awesome
whole
games.
like collection. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Oh Snap Suckers, thanks for the follow, you legend. Oh Snaps from Coffee Casuals and
Mel.
Consoles and the next podcast. What's going on, Mel? So,
Hey, Melly. Yeah.
oh man,
Actually,
Mel distracted
one other
me. I
game
just
that's getting
folded
a lot
accidentally.
of there's another game that's getting a lot of hype at the moment. Is that that Edith Finch game, whatever it's called? It looks pretty intriguing, actually. What's it called?
does.
The What Remains
What
of Edith
becomes of it?
Finch.
Yeah, what remains?
Yeah,
of
it's
Edith?
Really great.
Looks interesting.
Yeah, it reminds me
I'll
of
probably
those.
pick that one up.
Those
Yeah, I
atmospheric
actually
games. I don't know.
reviewed that.
Yeah.
I actually reviewed that for the Gaming
did?
Outsider. I've got a written review on my site if you want to check it out. It is super.
Yeah, send me the link,
interesting.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Yeah, I'll definitely. 100%, man. I'll check that out because there's a lot of talk about that in the community at the moment, and people are saying it's a must buy. So I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean, it's a
have to.
walking simulator. Like I'm not a big
Yeah.
fan of that term, but I don't know how else to frame it. But
Yeah.
what's interesting
Okay.
is you're learning You ever play Gone Home? That was on Xbox.
No.
Oh, it's,
Gone Home.
I think I
haven't played that
downloaded
one.
it. It's in
Gone
the
Home is
backlog.
another really great.
Is that the blind girl?
I just-
Is that the one that you were blind? You were
No,
blind girl
that's the
walking
one
through
where like
No?
you're moving around the house by sound. I can't remember the name of that one that you're talking about, but this one
Yeah.
is Gone Home was a game where you were a girl that was off at college and you come home and your family is gone and you're trying to figure out what happened to them. And Edith Finch is very similar. Going back to your home and learning a little bit about what happened to your family. They do is they integrate
Okay, yeah.
his own story with a completely.
Oh, I think we lost you.
I lost him then.
You guys hear
Yeah.
him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, I can't hear it.
really interesting, harrowing, dark story, and it's pretty short, but it's definitely worth checking. Link to my.
Yeah, I'll definitely check out your review. Yeah, I'll check your review out, and then I might pick that up actually. I like those sort of games.
Mm.
The atmosphere in that
Yeah, so do I.
game pretty good too. Yeah. So it should have a good atmosphere. Hmm. All right. I don't know if he's still. Yeah, is he still talking?
Not
You
sure
there,
if he's still
Scott?
here or not.
Oh, I'm still here. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Thought you may have dropped out for a second, or you're too far away from your microphone.
I'm
but
sorry. I was
all good.
distracted. I was trying to find that link for you so I could drop it in the chat for you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, do it, man. Yeah, drop that.
Oh, you
down.
are watching my cards then. I know Mega is because he's in the chat.
Oh, that's why he's winning.
Oh,
Hey,
no. I think it's about a minute behind anyway. So
Yeah, we just like, the audio's good, but yeah, your mic had a bit of a problem before the show, Scott. So he went to he's going through the Connect mic. So if you can't hear Scotty that well, that's why
yeah.
his mic was causing static. So we had to swap it over. But that's all good. I can hear him. It's just a bit of a delay, I think, which is sort of making it a bit weird. But that's cool. We're getting through. Alrighty, we may as well do the top 5 Australian selling games across all platforms. What do you reckon,
Do
guys?
it.
Do it.
Yeah, do it,
Okay,
man.
so-
Yeah, just. What do we got? What do we got?
5 selling games across all platforms. New to the top 5 and straight to number 1. Crash Bandicoot. But hey, who wants to play old games, right? Second place, Final Fantasy VII, The Zodiac Age. Third, Call of Duty, Black Ops 3. Fourth place, Prey 2017. Rounding out the top 5, Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare. By the way, this Scott guy is pretty cool. Back to you, Stick.
Thanks, Dougie. Dougie, he's gone, but not. Well, he's not gone. He's still hanging in there. He does our top 5, so we couldn't get rid of Dougie altogether. So, and he likes Scott. Dougie approves Scott. So there you go. I think you're the second person that Dougie's approved. You and Tim Dog. So, anyway.
Nice. Did I hear Final Fantasy VII in there, or was that supposed to be Final Fantasy 12?
Shit, I don't know my Roman numerals, obviously. Because, yeah, that would be 12. It wouldn't be 7. It was an X and 2. No, it was an X and two ones or whatever. Would it be 7? Is there any possibility? Cause
That's 12.
It sounded like it said 7. But
that's a
like,
10, isn't it? It's been a while since I went to school.
That's it. Scrap it. Start again.
Okay, Dougie, you're fired. Don't just kick him up the arse. So, yeah, sorry, that's Final Fantasy 12. We're not in 1995. So, good stuff. So, yeah, Crash Bandicoot. Who wants to play old games? It was sold out in Australia for like 2 weeks. You couldn't buy a copy. But came like a week after
so popular.
a week after that Sony executive said that no one wants to play old games. They released an old game and it sold out. So, and it's now.
Hey, you know
one.
what Mooch says, man? You know what Mooch says, don't you?
Nostalgia.
Yeah, that's
What
all
is
it
it?
was, man. It hasn't been a Crash game in how long? Nostalgia is one hell of a drug. That's what it is, man.
Yeah.
That's what got that one
It was a
sold.
good game, but
Yeah.
it was a
So,
good game.
yeah, it was a good
So-
game.
Never
Good game
into
back in the
Crash
day.
Bandicoot.
Yeah, I used to
Never
play.
get
it.
into
I
it.
think I
back
played
in
a
the
couple
day.
It
of
was
them,
on
but
PS1.
never finished one.
Stiggy likes arse in the chat. I don't know where that's come from. Thanks, Dazza.
Well,
I'm gonna
tell
tell
us
chat.
something that we
Good to
don't know,
know.
Sticky. Yeah,
Someone could tell them how you really feel. Dazza.
How you really feel, yeah. Tell us what you really think.
Yeah, tell us what.
That's just got you on the
Oh.
mind, man.
Dazza's thrown me right off. I don't know where I am now. Okay, so thanks for the guest, Scott.
it's
for
pretty
correcting
impressive.
Dougie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, it's pretty impressive to have 2 Call of Duty games in the top 5. I think they have a
I
price
know.
drop or something out here. I don't
No,
know. Like Black
they're
Ops 3
always
is
up
actually beating
there.
out Infinite
They-
Warfare, but
I thought Infinite Warfare had a
that-
price drop.
Well,
Physically.
did at one stage.
Thought it had
yeah.
a bit of a price. I thought it had one like lately.
yeah.
Not too sure.
Did,
Not
yeah. Well, I
100%
think it dropped to
but
like
I
40.
thought it did.
There's no
Yeah, I think it dropped
GTA in
maybe
there
to
for.
about 40 or 50 bucks.
It's either
Yeah,
going
no
to be COD or
no
GTA.
GTA,
Something must be
so-
wrong.
No, well, it's either COD. So there's 2 CODs
Like-
make one GTA. So it's like that's how it works. So
Yeah.
and then you got Prey, man. Prey's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Being in there and in 4th place.
that have a
It's
price
popular
drop?
with the Australian gamers. Ah, man, probably I don't know. Like I was thinking that myself. Actually, we probably should research it, but I don't know. I think yeah, people like it. It's a good
kinda
game.
re-entered
You've
the
got
top
that game.
5.
Scott, you played that Prey game, haven't you? I think I heard you talking about that.
When was that?
Prey.
I played it for about an hour, and
Okay.
I wasn't super impressed. I loaned it to a buddy, and I haven't gone back to it yet. So
Yeah, I, haven't
I need to
played
give
it.
it another
Oh,
shot.
yeah.
There's like Jez from Windows Central. He said it's one of the best
Yeah.
game of the year.
He
for
loves
him.
it. Yeah.
So like when
Yeah.
people say stuff like that, I'll listen to them. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's
Nice, false, Scott.
Is it? So he's full of shit, or what? Because Dazza's in the chat. He said praise shit. So I don't know. I might have. Dazza's
Daz
put
loves-
there. It's the
Daz is a
worst
big fan
game
of Viva
of the year.
Pinata, man, so... Yeah,
Daz
Daz
likes
is a Viva
arse as
Pinata
well,
fan,
so-
man.
Well, there you go. So, Final Fantasy. I haven't played that game. I've never got into the Final Fantasy series. I don't know about you guys.
I haven't played it yet.
Not me, man. No.
Final Fantasy 12, that is.
Scotty may have.
I missed 12. I was a big fan of 7, 8, 13, and 15. 15 was actually my game of the year last year. But
Okay.
I never played 12.
What system is it on?
I think it's on both platforms.
Yeah.
Okay, because I just picked up Final Fantasy 15 in the sale last week or the week before.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to play that because I've never been into Final Fantasy before. I actually haven't played it for about
Really good.
8 or 9 years. But I thought I'd give the latest one a bit of a go since it was on sale.
Yeah.
But I haven't gotten around to playing it yet. So
Now, so
it
Destiny
goes.
2,
Have to write a
back
blog
on,
on it, man.
back on.
after I've played
definitely.
50 hours of it.
Hey, when was the last time you did a blog, Max? Because I get an email alert when you do one, but I haven't got one for a while. So yeah, have you been doing them or?
Yeah, I think I did one during the week. It
Ah,
was,
shit, man! I've got to check my emails. Some of your
I can't
personal
remember
email.
which one it was.
I subscribed and I
I
get an
think I
email
did one.
alert. Yeah, cool.
Okay.
What was it about?
Oh, I thought
You
I did
can't
one
remember?
last
Must
week.
have been
Maybe it
really
was the week before. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah. When the writer doesn't even want to read it, yeah. I forget what it was. But yeah. I got
Well,
a couple
the
more
Destiny-
coming up. I did that one, yeah.
It was gaming related.
Yeah,
I
the
did
Destiny
the-
2 one was your latest one. That was earlier today. It was deleted.
Yeah, I'm gonna be writing one about that. That's for sure. Gonna do a Watch Dogs 2 impressions and the part 2 of my original Destiny article, which is why I hate it. First part was
So-
why I love it. Second part's gonna be why I hate it.
So tell us.
Oh,
Max. I want to know because you're a Destiny man and you got Destiny friends, and then you told me before the show, that they're all playing Destiny 1, they're not even playing the beta. So why do the Destiny people hate it? Do you know? Because I hate it, and I never played Destiny 1.
Well, I'm sure there's many people
not
that
holding
love
back.
it. So I'm not talking on
Nostalgia's a hell of a drug.
Players. No, it's only a few years old, so I don't know if that comes
they must
into
have
it.
short-term memory
In
loss.
terms of the PvE, I've only played, everyone's only played the first mission. So in terms of that, like it's good. And Mega, you played it, didn't you? The Homecoming mission.
Yeah, I
First
played that.
one?
I thought that was... I thought the atmosphere and the graphics on that were pretty damn good, actually.
Even in
Like
30 frames?
some of the
Yeah,
new
it's
stuff
good.
that's in the game. Yeah, it was actually...
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I didn't even think of any frames while I was playing it, but...
I noticed the frames.
Yeah, I just thought it would...
Yeah, I noticed
just
a
that-
few of the frames, yeah.
Yeah, that little mission was... it was pretty entertaining, pretty fun. So I love the way the animations of the enemies dying and stuff. It was pretty good. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
the sound
And the
effects of when like a boss sort of guy comes in. Yeah. When you get
I mean,
those sort of mini bosses,
Heads
I thought it
exploding
was
and stuff.
a bit of a step up from the
Yeah.
first game, but in terms of like the DLC for the original Destiny, like the Taken King, anything from the Taken King onwards, improved it. It was more cinematic, had a story, and it was good.
yeah.
And this took it up another little notch, but I wouldn't say it was, it didn't knock me out of the park or anything like that. It was good, it was
Yeah.
fun, but it was still Destiny. So if you love Destiny, then you probably liked it. If you didn't
Yeah.
love Destiny, then you're probably not going to pick it up because it's still the same. It's still,
Oh.
when you play it, you got the horde modes and the waves that come in, and you kill them, and then you move on to the next section, and the enemies are still kind of dumb, and they're not that diverse
They're walking at you, yeah.
either. Yeah, they're not too different from the first game, so it was a bit disappointing in that way for me. But it is only one mission, so
Yeah.
Someone had the
I
enemies feel like
wouldn't
bullet
like-
sponges.
yeah, they're
That's
still
right.
bullet
It's,
sponges.
it's like
Probably even more
it's like
so.
the Division.
Yeah.
It reminded me so much of playing because I put a fair bit of time in the Division, and I just felt like I was just playing the Division. I was like, is this a third, fourth year into the console generation game? Because I've been playing like Gears of War and just the games that we've been getting lately. I just playing it. I'm going, man, this game's like a 3-year-old game. it's I played
it-
Halo 5 the other day, and that was pretty cool, and I thought that looked. I've been playing the campaign of that, and that just had something about it. But just playing Destiny 1, and then just going to this, because I only played Destiny 1 a little bit, and then going to this tonight, and I played it for like half an hour. It's like, yeah, it's good, It's got the bells. It's got some bells and whistles about it, but is it? I don't know. Is it? It just doesn't. It doesn't seem like this.
You
big,
could make it a
big
DLC,
deal.
and you wouldn't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't really know.
Exactly.
Because it could be a DLC for the first game.
It's like a game with red.
It's not a great
grass and
departure.
Yeah.
I think you'll have to wait. Like, if there's going to be a proper story to it, like, this is just a beta, so they basically just give you a bit of a one level to sort of run through or whatever. But I think once you get the real game, and if there's a proper storyline to it, I think then, and if you get immersed into it, I think then you'll think that it is a proper sequel. Like, you may think, oh, okay, it's more than a DLC. I think at the moment, because it's like one mission,
I hope so.
half an hour, 40 minutes long. The PvP is pretty similar as well. I think once the actual, like you said, Max, once the full game comes out, and if there's a full story mode, you may get into it like you did Halo and stuff. So, and like you look at
I
Halo,
mean, I don't mind the story of Destiny. It's not too bad.
Yeah,
like, it
was-
gets shit on a lot, but
yeah.
it's not too bad. But I did play the
And I get-
Strike as well from the Destiny 2 beta, and I thought
Yeah,
it was
see, I
pretty
didn't play that, yeah.
shit.
any good?
I thought it was pretty bad. As in, it was probably the
Yeah.
worst Strike of all the Strikes that I've played in Destiny. And
Is it?
I just thought it was a bit boring. It just wasn't memorable in any way. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's others out there that love it, but for me, it just probably the worst Strike I've played. And I've played Destiny Strikes. Some of them I've
Hundreds
probably
of them.
played like 50 times. Yeah,
Yeah.
each one. So I've played them a lot of times, but this one just didn't grab me at all. At all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually turned it off. Strike.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, just couldn't get into it. Yeah, I don't know what it was. Maybe I just played Destiny so much that it was just more of the same.
Yeah.
I
Well,
was
tell me,
expecting maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, well, tell me, Max, what would you want a different? I mean, Destiny obviously was very successful, very addictive for people. What would you have wanted different with Destiny 2? Like, if they moved too far away from the main
60
core
frames per
mechanics
second,
of the
maybe?
first game.
60 frames?
No, forget
yeah,
it.
I think
60
60
frames would be a
yeah,
good start.
Would that-
Okay,
would that have made it any
I'll
better?
put
Would
that to
have
the
made it-
side. I'll put that to
would
the
have made
side.
it
I
a
thought,
different.
I thought they would have. It's still just 3 players in a fire team as well.
Yep.
For like the strikes, I thought they might have just upped that a little bit and maybe had strike missions that were a little bit more epic, a little bit more different. And instead, it's kind of just still bullet sponge enemies, and in terms
Bit more
of,
variety to
just
it. Yeah.
a bit more variety in the strikes as well. But apart from that, I just thought the weapons they included in the beta were just boring. They were just kind of shit. Like the weapons in the original game were so memorable, just the names of them and how different they were to each other.
Yeah.
In this one, they were just kind of all forgettable. And I thought the sound effects of them were really weak as well. Now, and that's just that. Now, if we're going to start talking about the PvP, this is where I really get the shits with the game. I thought they just fucked it up completely in terms of this game. The 4v4 modes, just the first thing about like the first game in Destiny was that it was 6v6 and it was always chaotic, regardless of whether it was balanced or not. It was always chaotic mess of just supers and grenades and weapons, and heavy weapons and everything. And now that they've taken it back to 4v4, it's like Halo 5 is 4v4. I'm used to 4v4 game modes, but want to change other mechanics in it. So in terms of the control match type, you never need to capture your control point where you are. So everyone just, as soon as the match starts, they just bolt towards the B capture point, and it just becomes this shit fight. Try to capture it. But every game is the same. Always that.
But this
Like
is a
domination,
beta,
isn't it?
it
Like
was-
Call of Duty. Yeah.
Isn't it only one
Yeah,
map?
like-
Like, wouldn't that
Yeah, it's just
change
a
all
beta,
different
yeah.
maps?
Yeah, but
you
it's the
only pick-
control
there's-
type. So
Yeah.
every control
Yeah.
game will be the same. Like, and you had a little bit of that one in the first game, but they used to alleviate that by more people you had on a control point used to capture it quicker or slower. So if you had 3 people in it, you used to capture it quick. But if it was just one person, you capture it slower. But in
Yeah.
this one, in Destiny 2, you only need one person in the capture point. Capture it.
Okay.
So
Nice.
And it's all the
once you've
same
got
speed.
that, yeah, so everyone
Nice one, Scott,
evolves
yeah.
towards this, this B capture point. The whole game kind of revolves around that all
Yeah.
the time, and everyone
Yeah,
just
well, they
doesn't
might
care about
they
the
might
other
take
two.
feedback on that. Yeah, it's the same
Well,
with Call of Duty.
Ah.
I mean, the way you're talking is more people on the flags, the quicker they capture. You know what I mean? That's what they need to do for
I
Destiny.
like that. I like
yeah,
that.
it's quicker. Like the more there, the
way
quicker
that
you can get in and out, and yeah,
Or even in Halo, like when you play strongholds, you've got to
Yep,
capture
yep.
2 points
yes,
in order to earn points. It just splits
Yeah.
up the players so they're on different sides of the map. Or there's just more happening. Whereas in
Ooh.
Destiny, you just need one, and then everyone's at the B
Ooh.
point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everything's just happening around this one area of the map all the time, which I didn't really like. So yeah, and then just
Oh, well,
like I
hopefully
said,
they,
the weapons just I thought were forgettable.
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
they've just thrown in the weakest ones in there to the weaker ones in there to sort of
So,
capture people's
but-
imaginations on what's to come. You know
It's
what
such
I
a
mean?
shame though, because the weapons in the first game are so memorable.
Yeah.
They're
That's
so
what shits
awesome.
me.
Even if they're shit, it really like they look awesome. They sound awesome. The names of them are even awesome.
Yeah.
These ones that
People
they
went
included in
crazy
the
over
beta were just
unlocking them.
yeah. It was
That's
just,
annoying, man.
I don't know. They're
Because
just
it's like Titanfall, man. If you're going to make a second game, make it better. Don't take things away that were good in the first one and make them worse. Like, improve that game. That's
yeah.
like, if anything, if an
I mean,
original
I'm-
game should be like a beta, and then the second one should
Yeah.
just be nailed. Anything that's good, they should take all the feedback. Anything that's good should stay. Anything that's crap should go. And like, yeah, it's disappointing to hear that they're
I mean,
taking
I'm still
things
of
away.
the opinion that Bungie made it 4v4 PvP because they couldn't get the lag issues right for the first game because it's still P2P. And I was getting lag as well.
Peer-to-peer,
today.
fuck.
And connection problems. And it was like, this is the wrong reason to make it 4v4. It's just, it's like, we've said it so many times before, it needed dedicated servers.
Yeah, every game
But
needs dedicated.
You don't
servers.
make it. Yeah, but to just limit the players in the match, just to ease congestion, that's not the right way to do it.
I was looking through.
And in doing
Yeah.
so, they changed the whole game.
Yeah. I was looking through all the games I've got to buy this year, right? I was going through the coming games, on the Xbox store. I'm like, yeah, I've got to get that one. I was up to like $700, $800. Because we pay $100 for a game here, Scott. And I looked at Destiny,
Tell
and
you
I
what.
thought, I'm going to yeah. I looked, and then I got a Scorpio
I don't think
console.
so.
But I looked at Destiny, I thought, nah, I'm not getting you. I'm not getting you.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah. I just don't have any interest in it. I can't believe it does so well. I don't know why it does so well. I don't know why it's up there with Call of Duty and Battlefield, and I just maybe
It's because
maybe-
I mean, in just my opinion,
yeah,
when you play the game and you're into it, it's the story and just the world that you're in. And like I said before, it's the weapons and the armor
But-
just make it so much more memorable.
when you're doing the
The collecting
And
of it
it
all,
is,
isn't it?
Yeah, and I love Halo as well. And like Halo 5 is awesome, but when it comes to the weapons, they're good, but they're not memorable like the Destiny
no,
weapons
definitely
are.
the weapons are good in Destiny. I can give it that. I
But
even
you
said
never
that
get
when
the
I was-
balance of Halo in Destiny because it can never be truly balanced. Just the way the game is.
Yeah.
But like you talk about the story when you're playing the grind side of it. How much of the story is involved in it then? Like, when does the
None.
story finish? I mean, so after
the
okay, is it
story's
like a
really only in
10-hour
the story
campaign and
missions.
then? Hey,
Yeah, probably. But for me, like when I was playing it, it's just being in that world was just
Yeah, okay.
it was just
It's an
interesting.
immersive sort
It's an
of.
immersive world, even though the enemies are dumb and you're doing the same
It's a
shit all
grinding
the
thing
time. It's the
that I
grind, but you're also doing it with friends
unlocks.
and stuff, so it's co-op. Yeah, and
Yeah,
unlocks
yeah.
and
Yeah.
things like that.
People love
Oh,
unlocking stuff, man. Yeah.
Oh man, the people.
Yeah, and I'm not a huge like loot guy, but with Destiny I was. It was great.
Hmm.
It was just interesting. You know, you had different planets to go to and different missions and different strikes, and
Okay.
you'd leave that and go to PvP and come back and do a raid, and it was just different.
There's an addiction
Whether
there.
they can do that again, yeah, like I played it heaps. I've played that game more than any other game I've ever played, by far.
Yeah, I just got a lot
Yeah.
of resentment towards the game because it took nearly all my friends off my friends list. I used to have a fair few people I played with, and they all started playing that game. So I'm anti-Destiny for that reason. I
I mean, heaps of people
also
hate it because they were burnt by it when it launched, and I wasn't that. I only came on board with it the year after with the Taken King. So I picked up that and all the good bits of Destiny, the same price.
yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of people like got burnt by it, and I understand why, why they hate it for that reason. Because if I picked it up for that reason, at that point, I'd be pissed off as well. I don't know if they can do it again with Destiny 2. They've got to show me more than what they've seen in this beta, than what we've seen in this beta at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's not a beta at all. It's just a demo. It's a
that's the
flat out
game.
demo to show
That's the game.
people, listen, buy this game from us because we know we fucked up the first time. Here's the first mission, and here's some PvP. Have fun with it, and now buy the game. It's nothing about the beta. It's not stress testing their servers in PvP because they don't have any servers for PvP.
No.
It's peer-to-peer. Like it's nothing to do with that. I think
Yeah,
it's just a demo.
Yeah, does it have anywhere on there where it pops up, buy this game now, pre-order this game now, or
Yes.
anything like that? It does, yeah.
Yes,
it's
it
one of
does.
those.
Yeah, they all
Yeah.
always do. Well, do you think they'll add an extra couple of modes in, like over, like with other
Oh, yeah,
Call of
they
Duty and
definitely
Halo, they add extra little game
Yeah.
modes and stuff in. So
They
it'll be
will.
interesting if they do
They will
that.
add
Yeah.
more. It just depends on whether it can, because all the games, all the modes in the first game were 6v6 or 3v3. Now every game mode is 4v4. So it's a big change.
Ooh, nice one, Scotty.
In terms of the game
Yeah.
mode. So I don't know how that's going to play out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Nice
There's
one,
Max's
Scott. Good,
thoughts
good
on
full house.
Destiny. Yeah, good stuff, man. Now let's talk about. Hey, Max, Scott, do you play Wildlands at all?
That's another one I played the demo. Really liked what I played, but
I was going to say
again,
we talk.
I want to play. I want to play that with people, and coordinating that just sounds miserable. So
I was going to say we might talk about a game that Guest actually wants to play or plays because.
hey,
Yeah.
hey, can I mention one quick thing real quick?
Yeah, man, go for it. Just chime
And
in.
I know you guys were talking about how nostalgia is a funny thing, and I am super stoked for the SNES Classic. Are you guys
yeah.
into that at all?
Man, if I could get
I've
it,
still
like
got
if I
the
just go down
original,
the shop and buy it, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Last night, I had some friends over, and I got a message from CAG. Actually, one of my podcast buddies sent me a link. It was available for pre-order on. We have a retailer here in the States called Walmart, and
Yep.
Yeah, we got him.
and they had it available for pre-order. The window was open for like literally 5 minutes before they were unavailable. I managed to pre-order 3 of them.
Jeez.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because we had it for
But
pre-order
yeah, I
not
saw-
long ago. I think you texted
Well, and
me,
before you think judge me for scalping or whatever, we actually don't trying to get as
Resell.
many as we can. We want to actually provide them for our community
yeah,
with no markup.
Oh, yeah.
nice, man.
Oh,
Because you've got
nice.
a pretty
Yeah,
big
well,
community
just-
there on Facebook and yeah, like watching. I think you get a fair few people watching your stream on the different different mediums that you do it on. So I know I've joined your Facebook community there. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Is Nintendo restricting the numbers of the SNES Classic? at all, like they did with the original NES? Are they restricting the numbers?
Yeah, they're actually stopping. They're only going to be selling them after the end of the year. They've already said that they're not going to make any more in 2018. So
How do you
they're
feel
going to be
about
really
that?
hard to get a hold of. And this is one I'm actually more excited for than the NES Classic, because the SNES was my favorite console. I just adored that console. So
Yeah.
many good games on there, especially they're releasing Star Fox 2, which was never released before, so it's the first time you'll ever be able to play the game.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's going with it. Yeah, yep. I love Star Fox. The other one's the Atari.
Yeah.
The Atari's that's coming out. Like I don't even really know what it's going to have on it. It's saying old and new games. It's going to have current gaming and the old gaming and stuff. But yeah, I'm not interested in playing those old games. Like, you know,
Those games do not hold up well at all.
No, not at all. Like Space Invaders and Pitfall. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, they'll have what? Yeah, they'll have 1,000 game pack for $10.
And you'll play it for
It'll
you'll
hold
play
like
it
1,000
for
games.
15 minutes and then
Yeah.
like, you know.
Well, it comes with like 51 games packed on it. But again, those are all games that you play for about 2 minutes and you're done. Like, you just never want to touch.
No,
I have
it's
no
like-
idea what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, just games are so advanced now. Just even the controls, like left and right, pressing a button is just so boring. You know, now we've got like triggers and we've got, you know, how many buttons on a controller now? There's like 10. And you got the 2 sticks and it's crazy, man. Like, I just got no interest in that. Sort of.
Did they show
any
that
of those
trailer?
games. I think Pitfall's the only one I can think of that I would think, oh yeah, was that Missile Command? I used to play that.
And yep.
So, what'd you say, Megan?
Yeah, I play a lot of Sequest. Did they show the controller yet on that? That Atari?
Nah, just
seen
in the
what the
box.
controller
It
looks
actually
like?
looks pretty good. The actual console, it looks pretty cool. It's like red and black and yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It looks sort of like the old Atari, but yeah, no, it didn't. What you think? It's got that stick thing that used to always deteriorate.
No, it won't have that. Won't have that. But
Well,
I just
people,
want to see what it's like, or if they're going to copy. Yeah.
Someone used to always chew mine.
Yeah.
I don't think it was me either. Yeah, someone used to chew the end of it. I was only 10, so it was probably me.
That's
They were
probably
good to chew on. They were good to chew on those. Doesn't sound too good, but yeah, they. You take the rubber. You remember I had the rubber? It's like a condom that went over the top of the thing. So someone always used to chew on
God.
that. Shout out to.
No. Shout out
That's
to all
right.
the condom chewers in the world. Yeah.
Are there that many?
Oh
There
god.
probably are.
I don't know. Ask Daz. Daz? Anyone? Daz?
God's sake.
But
By the way, guys, just a heads up, I tried to put the link to the Edith Finch review in the Mixer chat, and I wasn't able to do it.
Oh.
I sent it to you via
Ah,
Twitter,
yes.
so it's on that thread that you guys sent me earlier.
oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. Thanks for that.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you.
I think I'm gonna make you. Oh man, who knows? I'm all over the place with mix. I think I'm gonna make you a mod or something to do that. Which I'm not even in the chat. I'm watching the chat on my TV, but I'm not in it on my phone. So sausage. I don't want to
Oh,
chat
yeah.
right now. Take the rubber off and
Sausage.
chew. Said Red. Oh fuck. All right. I don't know where I was going with that, but anyway, someone used to always chew on my my stick. So
Oh,
You're lucky. You're a lucky man.
But there, so
That's
the
funny.
Atari, no interest. What about? I'll just go around the room. I got no interest. What about you, Scott?
not really. I actually have an original Atari still, so
Yeah.
if I really had a hankering to play those, I would grab that and just play that. But even then, I just
For
those
15
games.
minutes.
And I grew up with it, but I just have no desire. To,
Yeah, me
Get
too. I
anymore.
grew up with them too.
Yeah, I
It'd
think-
be like, yeah,
Yeah.
the
I think what it
SNES,
needs
those
is
games-
new
Yeah,
game.
go. Sorry, you go, Scott.
I would say the games on the SNES still hold up. I still feel like I can play those. Even my students. I actually, I don't know if we said this on the stream, but I teach 4th grade.
Yeah.
And
Shout
I
out
brought
to all
my
the 4th graders
NES
out
Classic.
there listening in to our.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm gonna have to set
I
this
brought
to.
my-
I'm gonna have to set this to adults only. I think after on the YouTube, so they can't tune in. So don't tell them.
Oh, that's okay. I brought the NES Classic in my classroom to play for like indoor recess and stuff, and they just ate up the games even on the NES Classic. And I think the games on the SNES were even more accessible than those, so I'm really looking forward to sharing those games.
They really love it, the kids, because like people talk about backwards compatible, and look, Crash Bandicoot's really popular, and like my son loves the old games, and yeah, like my nephew, he comes over and he chucks on the backwards compatible games. He doesn't chuck on the latest game. He chucks on the older games sometimes, you know, like, and I think it's funny.
Yeah.
He has no idea that one's a 360 game and one's an Xbox One game. He has no idea because it's all in the digital library, you know, so he just picks it. And the kids love those.
They're probably
old games.
cheaper.
Yeah, that's it. He's a cheap shout. But yeah, it's funny, isn't it? It's funny how the kids love those older like Nintendo games and stuff like that.
Well, they're simple, and if they're not hardcore gamers,
they're simple and fun.
Yeah, that's true.
There's simplicity.
I love Mario.
Yeah.
And the music and the sound effects, and it's all part of it, you know. The repetitive music over and over again, and so it's got that sort of, I don't know what it is, it's like the addictiveness to it. So there's some cool videos out there. Yeah, that's it. You got a beginning, a middle, and an end. You know, you save that, you jump on the flag at the end. You know, and it's like, okay, on to the next one.
Save the girl.
Save,
That's it, you know.
the princess. So.
Yep.
Cool.
Hey, Stick, why does your character have a switchblade on the table?
That's because I can't play
You get
poker.
serious.
It's hardcore, man.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Yeah. He's got a mohawk, so it sort of went with the mohawk. That's how he shaves it. That's how he shaves the side of his head with this switchblade. But yeah, you can buy stuff in this game. So this game's free to play, but you can buy. They got the old, you know, you can buy stuff, but you can also unlock it with money that you earn in the game. Is that right, Mega? I think you can
Yeah. You can use
So
your
you can-
chips.
you can use your chips to buy stuff.
to buy stuff.
Which
Yeah,
I'm a
100%.
fan of. Any game that, you know, makes money off cosmetics, I'm always all for. Let other people pay for my games. So yeah. Now, so Wildlands got a new PvP 4-on-4. Did anyone catch the video of it? I'll put the video in the Twitter chat that we have going, but it looked pretty cool. It's got 4-on-4. It's, you know, is that the same as Destiny, Max? 4-on-4.
Destiny has 4v4 in PvP.
4v4.
Destiny 2,
Destiny 2. So I like the look of it. I was looking at that thinking if you had 8 friends, it would be pretty fun if you could just create a private room and just play with your friends, or if it's easy for you to join your friends, you know, so you can have 4-on-4 matches with your mates. I reckon it'd be pretty cool.
How big's the map with that game mode?
The map's massive, man. That's what I was saying, which was worrying me because I thought it's just going to be a snipe fest.
How do you find them?
I think they light up, man, when they shoot the gun off. They're like a from what I could see on the video, like a what do you call it? Like a symbol pops up on the screen where they are. So, which was a little bit weird, but I thought, well, they probably have to do it because there's only 4 people. You know, you would never see them. But
I'm just for hours and just never come across anyone.
Yeah. There must be objectives and stuff to bring you together, otherwise it'd be just silly. So there must be some way of making you move towards the same area, but yeah, I don't know. Like I bought Wildlands, well actually I didn't. I game share with someone, he bought it, so I've got it downloaded. So I'm looking forward to giving it a bit of a go. What about you, Scott? You didn't really play Wildlands, but what about the whole, you know, bringing
the PvP
out,
aspect doesn't really do anything for me. I'm more of a co-op guy. The only real competitive multiplayer game I ever got into was Titanfall, and I just don't have time to get good at those games anymore.
Yeah. You got to get
in the podcast. I'm always trying to play something.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the devs call it the ultimate co-op. That's what they've called it, the ultimate co-op, because you've got to cooperate with your team. It's weird because it's like PvP, but they're calling it co-op PvP because you have to, you really got to work as a team, which is similar to Rainbow Six Siege and that sort of stuff, I suppose. But it's nothing new. But yeah, I don't know. I just think they should have brought that game out with PvP from the start, to be honest. But it's doing well. It's been selling, so it probably hasn't hurt them. But yeah, you guys,
big seller.
Yeah, it's crazy. People love it. It's that whole grinding thing, I suppose, that people love. People love to go to work, come home, and then go to work again. That seems like to me, but
people love to grind.
They love to grind. I used to like to grind. Back in the day.
Bump and grind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Cyber in the chat. Said his 9-year-old son just beat Zelda Link to the Past. It's my favorite game of all time. Way to introduce the kid to that game. That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
That's a SNES classic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is on there, yep.
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, it definitely is, man.
That's a big one. Daz is like, here we go. Okay. Daz has said
he's not
he's not a fan of the grinding.
He's a solo man.
Daz said, he's a solo man. Oh, that's too funny. Ghost and Ghouls is the best. I love Ghost and Ghouls, man. Throwing those spears.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Upgraded your weapons as you went through, and you could choose different things. That was cool.
The game is so hard.
It was hard, yeah.
I've never been able to actually beat it completely because on the Super Nintendo version, you have to beat the game once, and then you have to beat the game a second time. You have to beat it with this one weapon that's really hard to find. And it's really crappy against every other enemy, but it's the only one that will kill the final boss. I've never been able to, I've gotten to the final boss with it. I've never been able to beat it.
Yeah, I remember that too. You saw coming back to me getting to that final guy and you couldn't beat him. How hard? Yeah, it's devastating to get that far. I'm just thinking, guys. I know. What have we been going for now? An hour, 2 hours.
What time we start? About 11, didn't we?
It's been going for 94 minutes. It was written on my screen. So,
oh yeah.
I probably should wrap it up. Yeah, an hour and a half, is it? Sorry. I'm really good on the numbers tonight.
Daz has got you steaming. So,
Daz has got me triggered. But we didn't get to all the topics, but anyway, we'll get to them next week. We'll definitely, Scott, next time you want to get up at 7:30 a.m. on a Saturday morning, let us know. It sounds appealing,
that's
doesn't it?
pretty normal for me. This is my my wife gets up and goes running early on Saturday morning, so this is my time to play by myself. So I'm always up. Hit me up.
Yeah, for sure, man.
You're welcome back anytime, man.
Yeah, definitely.
My regular mic will work better next time.
No, I can hear, man. It's just there's a slight delay, that's all. But yeah, it's all good. Someone was eating popcorn there. Was that you, Mega? Last week we had...
Just put a bucket... No, there's a bucket with Easter eggs and stuff sitting next to me. I'm like, what the heck?
I'll have one of those.
I think my kids...
Last week we had Max's planes going over directly over his house. These jets going.
Yeah, I got the door closed this week.
That's so funny.
Oh, we've had all sorts of stuff in the background. We've had foxes and trains and
crickets.
What else?
Do you remember the old crickets back in the day?
Yeah, the crickets don't come anymore.
Go back to episode 1.
Yeah.
I used to like the crickets. They used to relax me, and now I'm always on edge. So
He's always triggered.
I'm always triggered. I was triggered tonight about Destiny. I don't care much for your Destiny, Max. There you go. That was polite.
Just play it. Just play it a
1v1.
little bit. You get more triggered.
That's exactly right.
Just play it. You get frustrated.
Oh yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
that was funny, man.
I missed it. Sonshi misses the crickets as well. Well, thanks a lot anyway, Scott, for coming on the show. Probably not the most professional podcast you've ever been on in your life, but yeah.
No, not at all.
I just
hear
describe
us.
our podcast
Yeah,
as a little bit awkward. Isn't that what to say? But yeah, we try. We do try. So
No, it's all good, man. This is definitely interesting and multitasking, talking and playing the game at the same time. I don't know how I would have done this playing.
yeah.
The poker makes it a little bit easier, but I would have been going crazy trying to play a shooter at the same time.
It takes practice, and we're still not good at it.
Yeah, me and
It's difficult
me and
sometimes.
Stick
Yeah.
did Gears that time. Remember Gears? It was terrible.
Well,
Where we-
Gears, yeah, well, from Gears Horde mode was harder
played
than
Horde, it
PvP. PvP was easy for me because I was just like in autopilot mode, but Horde mode was so hard we could not
Yeah, you were killing
concentrate.
we were in
but
the corners
PvP
when
is
we
not
were
that
talking.
bad. We haven't discovered a game that's actually good to do it. This is the only one that really you can sort of talk and play at the same time. So racing games, anything, man, they're all so hard to do. Like it's just hard. It's hard work. So we are males. We're not the
Might
best
need
at-
a walking simulator. that'll work.
Well, that's it. We could just be playing poker for the next 30,000 episodes. So
Oh,
no, we're actually going to do PUBG. That's for sure. That's going to be pretty hard, but I think
Yeah.
people will be more interested in the gameplay than the actual chat anyway. So it probably won't matter.
yeah. Speaking of the chat, we should shout out who was in there tonight.
Go for it.
There's plenty of people in there. Daz, you got Daz and Red October, and we had Mel. Mel was in there. Siberia. Who else do we have there early on? Shonsu. Can't forget Shonsu.
Yeah.
He's a legend.
Sure was there.
Yeah, he was there earlier. So yeah, shout out to those guys who stuck with us the whole time. And I want to say particular thanks to Scott as well for personal thanks to Scott for coming on as well, man.
Oh, thanks
Yeah,
so much. I
appreciate
had a blast, guys, and you guys are welcome to come on the Gaming Outsider anytime you want as well too. I can just get you on the schedule if you're interested.
Well, I know Mega has
Yeah,
a
sounds
couple of
good.
days off during the week, man. So he definitely could go on there. There you go. So he has. What do you have? Monday,
Yeah.
Tuesdays off, Mega.
It's Tuesday,
Wednesdays.
Tuesday,
Yeah,
Wednesday.
Tuesday night for us. I can't remember if you guys are behind me or ahead of you. Is it Saturday night by
Tuesday
you
night.
guys?
Tuesday night is Wednesday morning for us.
Morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
Yeah, we're ahead.
Get on.
Patreon episode or something.
Well, definitely make sure you check out
jump on for a chat.
Scott's channel or his webpage. Go to the webpage, The Gaming Outsider. That's got all the links to everything there. And he's on Twitter. He's on there. So actually really good Twitter feed. Got all the latest topics on his Twitter feed. We actually took a lot of the topics tonight. That we didn't get to all of them. But yeah, we took them straight off his Twitter feed. We just plagiarized our guests. So that was good. And so,
Your handle is at the GoCast, by the way.
at GGO. No, that's an Australian name. So
Gogomobile.
the Go-Go Mobile. We used to have an ad on TV. It was like GOGGO. The guy was spelling his car out on the phone. Anyway, no one's going to get that. Google it.
Yeah.
Go-Go Mobile. Google it. You'll find it. Wait. Call. No. Oh, shit. Yeah, I did. Nice. Now, who's won? Let's have a look. Score check. We got Mega Bad Seed. Let's go again, because Mega Bad Seed on 163. We got Stick on 478. The guest, Scotty Lindsay Clark, man, is on 1.4K, and then we got Max on 225. Well done, Max. Pulled up a rear.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
good. Well done, Mega. You're doing well.
Thanks,
Destiny
man.
2 was triggering
what do I
me, so I
win?
couldn't concentrate.
What do I win?
Nothing. You can
Oh,
say goodnight.
damn.
You can say
Awesome.
goodnight to everyone when we end it. But before
You
you
can
do,
sign it off.
I don't know who we got lined up next week. But we've got some pretty cool guests coming up. We've got Zoe Snow. She's one, but I don't know when we can get her on. I know Tim Dog wants to come back on later on. And we've got Karina, who does the Xbox Reddit Party Chat podcast with Ross Miller. She's going to be on the show. So, yeah, they're the next sort of guests we've got lined up for the next few weeks. I don't know how long. We might have a bit of a break in between guests or something. But, yeah, Zoe Snow, the Canadian girl. And shout out to everyone who donated to the stream, the dementia charity stream. I know a few guys donated that listen to us, so thanks for donating. We raised over
Awesome
$1,100 in that stream. We had a 13-hour stream, Scott. Actually, next time, man, we do it, we'll definitely get you involved. And it was 13 hours. Yeah, 13 hours stream.
Yeah.
And everyone had an hour each to do their stream, and yeah, they raised over £1,100, which is like $3,000 Australian, something like that, isn't it? So 3,000 Australian, or probably about $2,000 American. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So shout out to everyone in the chat and who's listening back who donated. I think it's still up. If you want to donate, you can still donate. Just go back to our old videos. So. Alrighty, we'll see you next time. Thanks to the chat again. I hate leaving the chat there, you know. I suppose they got to be there. If they weren't there, we wouldn't be doing the show. But
yeah, legends. Legends.
Absolute legends. Alrighty, guys. I'll catch you next week.
All right, thanks again, guys. Thanks, Scotty.
All right.
Thanks, Max. Thanks,
Thanks for
Sticky.
having me, guys.
Thanks, Scotty. Thanks, guys.
Thanks
Catch
for
us
everybody in the
later.
chat for putting up with listening to me for a little while.